Good morning. Today I'm discussing the productivity workflow that I've developed over the last few years that's allowed me to complete my medical degree while running 2 businesses, rental properties, training, hobbies, normal social life, relationships, and be able to fit all of that in while retaining my sanity. And this is something that I've developed over a few years, and it's really taken me a long time to get to this point where now it's a smoothly oiled system. And I get loads of questions about this, and so I wanted to share the full workflow with you from top to bottom. Before we do that, it's really important that you bear in mind that what is more important than how. I'm going to repeat that. What is more important than how? And we're really big on having your goals in place first and knowing your trajectory before you start firing the missile that is your energy into that. Otherwise, what ends up happening is you've put loads of time and energy and resource into something that actually has taken you to somewhere you don't want to be. And the quickest way to get clear on that is to follow the goals process outlined by Johnny in one of our other videos. I'll link it in the description, that goes through outlining what is your 3-year vision across the 4 main domains of your life: body, being, balance, and business, and then dividing that into annual targets, which then are split into quarterly targets, which are then split into weekly checkpoints and daily habits that take you towards that. And when you do that, once you have that fully in place, you've got a complete system that's going to take you to your goals. And everyone that has been through this process properly that we've worked with has absolutely transformed their life in a period of about 6 months. So I just recommend that you do that first before you start worrying about productivity hacks, because otherwise you could end up just being taken to the completely wrong destination. Another way to look at this is, if you have your goal in mind first, that eliminates any resistance when you wake up day to day, because you know what you're moving towards, and there's no sense of an internal battle because you know it's taking you to the life that you want to live. Also, think about it in terms of what do you want your day to look like. And if you can design your ideal day, then you can work backwards from that and say, what do I need to do such that I can wake up and do these things? Even if your ideal day is to go and live on a beach in the Philippines, then that can absolutely be done by creating the life and the systems and the forms of income that will facilitate that. So you can get access to that goals process in the link in the description below. The next thing to consider is, does this activity need to be done by you? So before you even start trying to do things more efficiently, make sure that this is even something that you should be doing in the first place. Things like ironing, meal prep, cleaning, admin, bookkeeping, these are things that it's not worth your hourly rate to do this, because you could be spending that time putting so much more energy and creativity into the things that you are best at, your core competencies. And Tim Ferriss talks about this in the 4-Hour Chef. You could spend ages trying to become the top 1% of something, but if you become the top 5% of multiple skills and you see where the intersection of that is, that's where your true genius lies. And so if something like ironing and meal prep is not one of those intersections, then that's not something that you should be doing. If it's not generating you more profit than you could do by spending your own time, you need to ditch it. Also, something like ironing. I have someone who comes to the house and I just give them a bin bag of shirts and they iron them for £1 a shirt and come back. It would take me way longer and I'd do a much shitter job of trying to iron my own shirts. So why try and do that stuff yourself? You need to outsource aggressively and also look at what can be automated. So with that in mind, let's cover part 2, which is the specifics of my desk setup and Mac setup to lay the groundwork for optimum productivity.